coins in the entire history of American money. It's a coin that seems ordinary, a simple 1-cent piece, yet it holds a story so powerful that it has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, and dreamers for generations. When you hear about the 1943 no-mint mark black wheat penny, you're hearing about a coin that can transform lives overnight, a coin that has already made ordinary people millionaires. Its dark surface, mysterious appearance, and rare metal composition make it one of the most valuable treasures ever struck by the United States Mint. To understand the power of this coin, we must travel back to 1943, the year the world was engulfed in war. America was in the heart of World War II, and every resource was precious. Copper, which had been used for making Lincoln wheat pennies since 1909, was suddenly in high demand for bullets, shell casings, and war machinery. The Mint made a drastic change. For 1 year, they replaced copper with steel coated in zinc, creating what we now know as the steel penny. It shone silver white when new, but over time, those coins darkened, rusted, and turned almost black, like the one you might be holding in your hand right now. But here's where the story takes a twist that feels almost unbelievable. During the minting process, a few leftover copper planchets from 1942 somehow slipped into the presses at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark. Those few accidental 1943 copper pennies, not steel, became some of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. They were never supposed to exist, yet they did. And because of that, their rarity is beyond imagination. Each one is a numismatic miracle, a billion-dollar dream in the size of a fingertip. The 1943 no-mint mark wheat penny is the one that legends are made of. Most of the 1943 pennies were made of steel and look silver or gray, but the ones with a deep, dark, black sticker-round tone, caused by oxidation or unique environmental aging, have developed an almost magical aura. The blackish color gives them a mysterious character, making them look ancient, powerful, and otherworldly. These dirty or tarnished coins are not worthless. They are the survivors of time, holding the fingerprints of history. Every mark, every smudge tells a story of where this coin has been. Perhaps in the pocket of a soldier, a factory worker, or a young child saving pennies for the war effort. Collectors today consider the 1943 penny one of the holy grails of American coinage. A genuine copper 1943 penny can fetch millions of dollars, and even the steel versions, if they display rare errors, such as double dyes, missing plating, or unique color transformations, can be worth staggering sums. The 1943 copper penny without a mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint is the most famous of them all. There are only a handful known, and each time one appears at auction, it creates headlines across the world. Now, the black sticker-round version of the coin, a term collectors use for its dark, almost magnetic luster, adds a visual element of mystery. When light hits its surface, it seems to absorb rather than reflect it, as though the coin itself guards its own secrets. That blackened look, far from reducing its value, makes it even more intriguing. It becomes a symbol of resilience, the kind of coin that has traveled through decades of history, survived wars, weather, and time itself. What makes the 1943 wheat penny so captivating is not just its rarity but its symbolism. It was born in a time of sacrifice, yet it became a token of unimaginable fortune. During a period when Americans were recycling metal, rationing goods, and fighting for freedom, this little penny quietly became a symbol of survival. And today, it stands as a reminder that even in the hardest times, miracles can happen. Imagine this, a coin so small, so simple that you could overlook it in your change. Yet if it's the right one, it could make you a billionaire overnight. That's the power of the 1943 penny. Stories have circulated for decades of people who found one in an old box, a jar, or a drawer. Coins that turned out to be worth life-changing sums. Some experts say that the true number of surviving 1943 copper pennies may be fewer than 20. That's rarer than almost any diamond on Earth. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck the no-mint mark version, was the birthplace of the most valuable specimens. Its coins lack a letter because, at that time, Philadelphia was considered the nation's primary mint. But that absence of a mark doesn't mean simplicity. It means purity. It means your coin may have come directly from the original presses that gave birth to the most mythical penny ever made. And what about that dirty condition? Never underestimate it. Many collectors and dealers say that original uncleaned coins, even ones that appear worn, dark, or stained, can actually be worth more. The dirt and patina act as proof of authenticity, showing that the coin has never been tampered with. So, if you find a dark, old 1943 wheat penny, do not rush to clean it. You might be rubbing off a piece of your fortune. Every inch of this coin tells a story. The raised image of Abraham Lincoln, the wheat ears framing the words 1 cent, the phrase "I am God we trust" standing proudly at the top. These are not just design choices. They are symbols of the American dream, of faith, labor, and liberty. When you look at the coin closely, you're not just looking at metal. You're looking at the soul of a nation that endured and overcame. So if you ever come across a 1943 no-mint wheat penny, especially one with that deep black tone and rough, aged surface, hold it tightly. That coin is more than money. It's a key to history, a whisper from the past. Its value is not only measured in dollars, but in destiny. Many believe that such coins find their owners for a reason, as if the universe itself chooses who will unlock their fortune. And perhaps that fortune is waiting for you. In the end, the 1943 black wheat penny stands as one of the most magical, mysterious, and monumental coins ever made. Its story bridges war and peace, struggle and success, past and future. And even today, more than 80 years later, people still search for it. Digging through change, examining jars, hoping to hold history in their hands. Because that tiny coin, born in an age of steel, still carries the heart of copper, and the promise of unimaginable wealth for whoever discovers its hidden power. Next up, the 1946 1-cent wheat penny, small in size but monumental in meaning, is one of those coins that seems humble at first glance, yet it carries a legacy of post-war America, a story of rebirth, and whispers of untold fortune. This coin, minted just after the end of World War II, marked a new dawn for the United States, symbolizing victory, resilience, and hope. The 1946 penny without a mint mark, born in the Philadelphia Mint, was more than just a piece of copper. It was a reflection of a nation healing, rebuilding, and dreaming again after years of global turmoil. At first sight, this coin appears ordinary. The face of Abraham Lincoln, stern yet gentle, a reminder of unity and freedom. But when you hold it in your hand, especially one with that dark, dirty patina, the copper sticker round glimmer beneath the years of wear, you begin to realize that it's not just a coin. It's a piece of American soul forged in fire and rebirth. The 1946 wheat penny tells the story of a generation that refused to give up, and that's why collectors believe it holds a kind of mystical energy, a connection between fortune and fate. The year 1946 was a transition year. For several years, from 1943 through 1945, America had been producing pennies using alternate metals, such as zinc-coated steel and shell-case brass, to conserve copper for the war. But by 1946, copper had returned, and with it, a sense of normalcy. The mint began striking coins in nearly pure copper once again, giving them that rich, reddish glow collectors adore. The 1946 no-mint mark wheat penny, made of 95% copper, marked the rebirth of the American cent as a symbol of peace and prosperity. It represented not just money, but renewal, a token that carried the heartbeat of an entire nation moving forward. Over time, these coins developed their own personalities. Some turned dark brown or nearly black from oxidation. Some gained that unique reddish-orange patina, while others became almost golden with age, as if the metal itself soaked up the stories of every hand it passed through. Those that remain today in dirty or aged condition are living fossils of American history. And here's the twist. Those dirty coins you might overlook could be worth unimaginable sums. The ones that appear imperfect, unpolished, and untouched often attract serious collectors. They crave originality, authenticity, the raw, natural state that proves a coin's journey through decades of history. The 1946 wheat penny is part of a series that has fascinated coin collectors for over a century. The reverse design, showing two stalks of wheat curving around the words 1 cent and United States of America, was a salute to American agriculture, a reminder that the country's strength was built on hard work and harvest. The wheat ears also symbolized growth, abundance, and the simple power of labor, all values that carried America through the post-war years. Every curve of that design was sculpted to reflect hope, a sense of continuity between the struggles of the past and the promise of the future. Now, the no mint mark on the 1946 penny is a clue to its birthplace. Philadelphia, the oldest and most historic mint in the nation. These coins carry no identifying letter because Philadelphia was once considered the mother mint, the heart of coin production. But this absence adds a touch of mystery and purity to the 1946 cent. It's as if this coin wanted no label, no signature, just to exist as a timeless relic of the American story. But what truly makes the 1946 penny so captivating are the rare varieties and errors that occasionally appear. Some were struck off center, others with doubled eyes or unique copper compositions. These minting mistakes, created unintentionally by the machines or human error, have made certain 1946 pennies worth thousands, and in some cases, millions of dollars. Collectors around the world hunt tirelessly for these rare specimens, knowing that a single coin could hold the power to change their fortune overnight. Imagine this, an old jar of coins in your grandparents' attic, filled with forgotten pennies. Among them, one stands out, darker, heavier, more aged. You pick it up, look closely, and notice the year, 1946, no mint mark, weak design, and that copper gleam beneath the dirt. That's when your heartbeat quickens. Because it's not just a penny. It could be the penny, the one that turns you from a collector into a millionaire, from a dreamer into a story that future generations will tell. Even the copper sticker-round tone, the way light rolls across its surface, adds to its mysterious charm. This copper glow, sometimes masked by years of grime, symbolizes purity and resilience. Unlike the steel pennies of the war years, these copper coins stood the test of time without rusting or corroding away. Their surfaces, even when darkened by age, remain strong and full of life, much like the people who carried them. And there's something profoundly symbolic about that. In 1946, America was healing. Soldiers were returning home, families were rebuilding, and industries were transforming. The 1946 wheat penny became part of that narrative. Small, humble, but enduring. Each penny passed from hand to hand, carrying energy, luck, and hope. Even today, people say that finding a 1946 penny unexpectedly brings good fortune, as though the spirit of that hopeful year still lingers within its copper. Over the decades, as coin collectors and investors expanded their search for hidden treasures, the 1946 wheat penny began to shine again. Its story, its post-war symbolism, and its natural beauty have made it a rising star in the numismatic world. And when one appears with unique surface tones, dye varieties, or historical preservation, it can fetch unbelievable prices in auctions, sometimes even reaching into the millions, depending on condition and rarity. So if you ever come across a 1946 no-mint wheat penny, especially one with that deep copper tone or dirty, aged look, don't spend it. Don't clean it. Don't underestimate it. Because that small coin might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. It carries the spirit of a generation that fought, survived, and built a new world from ashes. It carries the hope of a nation reborn. And above all, it carries the kind of value that can change your fortune, not just in money, but in history, in meaning, in destiny itself. In your hands, it's more than a coin. It's a time capsule. A whisper from 1946 reminding you that sometimes, the greatest treasures come disguised as the smallest things. And perhaps, just perhaps, that humble wheat penny you're holding is the golden key to your own overnight miracle. Next up, the 1956 1-cent wheat penny from the United States of America. No mint mark, copper sticker round, aged in dirty condition, is far more than a simple piece of metal. It's a relic of an era when America stood proud in its strength, rebuilding dreams, industry, and identity after years of war and change. This coin, born in the heart of the 1950s, carries with it the power of a nation's golden age, a time when hope glowed brighter than ever, families were thriving, and the American spirit was unstoppable. At first glance, it's small, modest, even ordinary. But within that tiny copper circle lies the kind of story that can turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight. The 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most prestigious mint in the country. And unlike coins that bear marks like D or S, this one carries no letter, standing as a symbol of origin and authenticity. Pure original.
At Dallas Sports Talk Radio at gmail.com. Subscribe, engage, like, connect with us on social media platforms. We're teaching everyone how to become millionaires Millionaire Results, Numismatics, and Collectibles, the only coin and U.S. currency authenticator we've found that is telling everyone, do not sell your coins. Repeat, do not sell your coins. If you have Lincoln Cent in your possession, first thing you should do is calm down. Take out paper towel, paper napkin, toilet tissue, and place that specimen onto something that's not going to scratch it, that is not going to damage it in any way. Then you're going to contact Dallas Sports Talk Radio at gmail.com. Take a picture of your currency. Put your own serial number next to the currency. You making that serial number to be your password for your ticket to the future. We've told you all at Dallas Sports Talk Radio, we partnered up with Millionaire Results, Numismatics, and Collectibles. We're trying to teach senior account executives how to become millionaires. One way you become a millionaire in the United States, you have to have things of value that in total equal $1 million. No human being is waking up and worth $1 million. If that was the case, we'd be producing babies left and right. The way you make the $1 million is simply put into filtering out all the good information versus the bad. When you have so many varieties of people trying to make money, they're all going to tell you that their way is the best way. We're going to tell you your way is the best way. That's why you are in possession of something of value. So why would you sell it? First thing you should do is put it into a container somewhere that it cannot be further damaged, scratched, or faded. If you don't have much money, get you a semi-rigid sleeve and place it inside. Put down everything that you notice about your specimen onto a sheet of paper, somewhere where you know that, and put it in a jury box, somewhere you know that all these specifications. Listen to the words that we're telling you about how to categorize your Lincoln Cent. Specifications, mint marks, date, where. All of these are ways to authenticate your coin. Then you step into how to make money off 1 cent. You ever heard the term, if it doesn't make sense, it won't make dollars? You got to have the cents in order to build the dollars. And if you have the Lincoln Cent in your possession, you have the cent to make the dollars. Stop listening to these YouTubers telling you to sell your money. You can't sell it. You have to invest it. Invest it in yourself. Invest it in your family. Develop yourself a family holding for that cent. Give it a name. Give it a serial number. And if you really want to make money off of it, give it an insurance policy. Then take that holding company, that Lincoln Cent holding company, developed in your family's name, your family constitution. No one can ever sell this Lincoln cent. And go to the bank and ask them to invest $1 million into you and your family's pursuit of financial freedom. All you need is 1 cent collateral. Millionaire Results, Numismatics and Collectibles.